Testing 1 2. Okay, let's get over here to our main. Actually, let's start on the scans today. So today, looking at the scans, I see GELS and I see WNW, and then for the higher prices, I see MLGO. Looking at the percent gains here, GLES is leading the day with 423%. WNW up 107%. So let's go see what is going on with these stocks. All right. Let's jump over here. All right, first off, today is the 22nd. Let's see what we got. So we got speech by Vice Chair Philip N. Jefferson. This is going to be on economic mobility and the dual mandate at the Federal Reserve Bank of Philadelphia Economic Mobility Summit, Philadelphia. And then later on today, we have a speech by Governor Adriana D. Kugler, transmission of monetary policy at the Heller, that name, Hurwitz Economics Institute 2025 roundtable with Kugler in Minneapolis. Okay, so we got two little speakers, one earlier, one later. I don't know how much that's going to affect what we got going on today. Let's roll on over here and look at GELS, GELS. What is this thing? Tech Limited Ordinary Shares is what I'm seeing. Says it is healthcare biotech. Okay, what kind of news do you have on you? It says the latest press releases were from February 27th. Tech Sports Gel brand named official sponsor of professional pickleball tour and League of Australia and New Zealand. Okay, so that's from February. All right. Let's see. That's okay. Let's go look at other places for this thing. See if it gives us any more information. Jails over here. I don't even see it on Yahoo Finance. Show everything for jails. That's crazy. Don't even see it on Yahoo Finance. Let's go look over here. $458 up 400%. So the public float looks like 3.47 according to Market Watch. Let's see how much else. Let's jump over here. Drug manufacturer in Austria. And this one says 3.74 as well in the float, but no catalyst since February. I don't know why it's up so much. Let's see, gels. Seven weeks ago. Yeah. No recent news on gels, so I'm not sure about that one. Okay, let's go look at the other one, WNW. Okay, so 15 hours ago, this company regained compliance with NASDAQ minimum closing bid price. And then back on March 28th, it says it did a 1-for-20 reverse split. This is a technology company limited. Okay. Not a whole lot of hot news on this one either. ME, no, WW. It's not Wentworth. Yeah. Interesting, they're not on Yahoo Finance. Both of them are around the same float, 3.3 million. Let's see. Wow, look at this chart though. Consumer cyclical. It's a pretty big drop there. Insiders and institutions both kind of low on it. Let me go back to jails, insiders and institutions there. Okay, on jails there's 60% insider owning and only 86% on the institution side. So, but it's already made so much of a big move. It's up 400% during pre-market. We're just gonna have to see what that thing wants to do. Both of them are kind of crazy looking. All right, so this is jails, came from 145 in the aftermarket, did a little bit of a pop from 1 to 1 or 1 to 220, came down here, settled for a bit, and then look, it looks like around the open a big push up again up to 546, drop down, but no catalyst on this one in a while on either one of them. So I'll definitely be thinking be very careful on these. WNW started down here, close was 123, popped all the way up to 234, dropped down, and again kind of a little bit of a bounce. What was it doing at pre-market open? Around here it was down, popped up, and then got a big surge as well. I don't know. They got a lot of volume. 31 million shares on jails and WNW with 25 million shares. So a lot of shares, but I mean, no news. So I don't know. I don't know how to react to that. Anyway, let's jump over and see how the market is doing today. Looks like it has come back up quite a bit from yesterday's lows. So this is the trend line that I thought was forming. It ended up breaking down. What I'm looking for is a 3-point test on the trend line. So we got 1, 2, came down for 3 and cracked down. Cracked down all the way to 17,600. Now back on what was this, April 7th, I saw the gap fill here down here at 17,400 just about. And that's why I thought that it was headed. Came down here to 17,600, 17,700. Did a little bit of a bounce, but I don't know if this downtrend is done. But I do know that there is some type of little bottom here, but no confirmation on the trend yet. So still in a downtrend to me. Donnell said he's watching OBIO, large float, OBIO on today. OBIO, let's see. So came up here and let's go. Does it have recent news? Orchester Biomed. All right, so Orchester Biomed receives FDA breakthrough device designation for AVM therapy. That was 33 minutes ago, and then the previous news was their financial results. So let's look into this AVM therapy. Breakthrough device designation applies to an estimated U.S. population of over 7.7 million patients with uncontrolled hypertension and increased cardiovascular risk. BDD Also encompasses pacemaker indicated patients with uncontrolled hypertension who are the focus of the Back Belt Global Pivotal Study Orchestra. Biomed is currently enrolling in strategic collaboration with Medtronic PLC. Okay, so let's see. Pathways. Specifically, BDD is for an implantable system to deliver AVM therapy using conduction system pacing to reduce blood pressure in patients with increased 10-year atheros. Oh my goodness. This word. Okay, let's try it. Atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease. I mean, I don't know if that's right or not. Preserved left ventricular systolic function and uncontrolled hypertension. Okay, so this is basically a device almost like a well, it is a pacemaker type device called AVM. We're delighted to receive this breakthrough device designation, which has the potential to offer a differentiated, advantageous solution for hypertension management. Okay, I want to know, is there anybody else moving on this? Let me go and look at the holders in this. So what's this? Who's all holding this stock? Orchestra Biomed. So we got BlackRock in here, Vanguard in here with a couple million shares, RTW Investments. Don't know who that is, but they got more than everybody. Perspective Advisors LLC. No change. Sitting on their shares there. Okay. So OBIO. You said it was a higher float. Let me see what the float's looking like. Yeah, it's pretty, it's up 42%. It is a little bit higher floats. It's got 3 million shares traded. Will it be able to compete with these other two that are up, up 400%, 100%? We shall see. Let's go look at the floats though. Okay, this is another one that's not showing up on your Yahoo Finance. OBIO. Float, public float is 26.64, says Market Watch. We got 26.64 over here at FinBiz. A lot of institutions on these though. Let me go. This says 18.39 million. Let me jump back over here. Insiders, institutions. Yeah, institutions are holding the weight in IBI or OBIO. Looks like. Institutions, yeah. OBIO. Healthcare equipment. All of these are dealing with some type of health or biotech or we'll see. We'll see. Let's look over here and see if they have any shelf registrations. OBIO has a shelf registration from what 5/15 was that May 15, 2024. Still within that range. Oh, there it is. That's now it's looking like institutions are in there. Look at that big old wick down. Yeah. Not looking lovely there. All right, back over to low floats. Jails. Let's see. WNW. But neither one of these have recent catalysts. So something's gonna have to come up and press the ticket. Ghostwind, what's up? Let me see. Is ATHRO? What is ATHRO? And then 15-minute pin top is big. Yeah, that one on OBIO for sure. Is that a ticker? ATHR ATH. Let me see. ATH. Maybe not. RO. Or were you trying to sound out that word that I was reading off earlier? Oh man. Jails. No, 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 stop. Yeah, but I'm kind of confused on why jails is up so much and why WNW are up so much. We can see previous let's just look at where they've been. So we got this one spot down here. They got pretty much exploded from. We got up here once. We got up here twice, and both of these times show. Wait, what can I back up a little bit? Why can't I draw? Oh, I can draw over here. Oh man, go back. I just wanna. Okay, so both of these times it got some pretty big rejections coming up top. So this one was a drop from 491 all the way down here to 347. This is a drop from 590 all the way down here to 450. The ATR from the previous day was 14 cents. So you know that's probably going to grow. 14 cents. How many times has it doubled and tripled that during this time? So from 1 all the way to almost $6, right? So let's go to our calculator. That's $6 from 1. That's $5, right? So 5 divided by 5 divided by 0.14. 35 times. So we'll see if this starts to squeeze down and gets a little bit tighter, especially with no catalyst. I'm expecting it to start tightening back up because that's, I mean, 35 times its normal ATR is crazy. WNW, let's see, it came from 126 up here to 280. Not as big of a move on this one. I'm not impressed with WNW. I don't know what it can do on the day, but that's not really a big move from the close of yesterday at 125, only moving up almost over $1. It's like questionable. All right, let's flip back over to what I've been watching for a while. XOXS hit a low yesterday at 818, and I still think that it can go lower. I really do. So I'm just gonna wait it out. If it does shoot up, oh well. Let me also check on my other things. So I collected some of some XRX. Let's see where it's at right now. 410, 407s, 410. Okay. So I got plenty of this. I got an average price of 430 on this one, and I still want to add some before it goes up some more. This one is one of the dividend plays, and looking to get around like 400 or 500 shares, but I'm like only, 1/4 the way there. So letting that build up, looking for that to get back over 5. My average is right in here at 330, or not 330, 430. So Looking for that to play out for me. SPY up here at 518. So everything's pretty much kind of getting a little bit of a rest from the big move down yesterday. Now, what I want to see is if 1800 is going to be a continuous problem. Can it start holding under this 1800? And that's where it's kind of just floating right now. But it is above the ATR highs. So I'm thinking right today is going to be bullish unless it starts to break down 17, what is it, 17,945. Starts to break that down, then it goes into consolidation. Right up in here. We can see it rose, came down to the ATR low, bounced up, ATR high, broke it, came down, tested that, zoomed up, and now it's just floating right above it. So I'm looking for this little breakdown point if we get it for some further movement down on SOXL. Anyway, hopefully you guys' week has been going good. I only tried one trade yesterday on UPXI. All right. And saw it come down. Now I was looking for it to curl. Now this one again didn't have a lot of didn't have catalysts on yesterday. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna, go crazy and risk a bunch on this. Came down to this point of 1313, wrapped down all the way in here, and I actually ended up entering on this candle, looking for it to curl and come back up to maybe the 15s or something like that. I was like, yo, if it breaks down this 12 whatever, this ATR high, I'm out. And that's exactly what happened. Came down there, and I got out on this candle right here. Just went ahead and took it. And I'm glad I did. It pump faked one time off of ATR high, and then a nice splash down from 12.69 all the way down here to $10. So definitely just manage the risk on that one. And if you want to test back up, cool. End of the day, power hour move back up here is not uncommon for these that are up quite a bit. But definitely looking for some catalysts. A lot of these, they've just been so dry on catalysts. No catalysts and just moving up crazy. And then when they do dip, it's like, can it come out of this dip? If it can, let me just give it a try, a small try, but give it a try. All right. So let's look at where the large caps and mid caps are today. I see Nvidia. It's been leading quite a bit, but it has definitely let's see what bottom did it touch yesterday? $95. So got a nice little dip down here to $95, and now some more. It's like it's in a consolidation level here. Let's see, Tesla doesn't even have 1 million shares traded yet. NVO, I don't know what that is. NVO. Palantir, Baba, 114. Boy, Baba's didn't even go. Well, it went down a little bit, but man, that ride back up 107 all the way to 114, a $7 move into pre-market, but it was from 107 to 110, so about a $3 move there on. I don't know what's going on at Baba. SMCI, Amazon, Hood. All of these are such low volumes down here. Only thing that's over 1 million on that is Nvidia. Yeah, Ghostwind, UPXI private placement. It was little to no. Let me see where. Can I get mine? There we go. UPXI. Yeah, 23. Yeah, private placement price above last market closing price under NASDAQ rules. Yeah. So not the hottest news there for sure. But I was definitely thinking, man, this thing could bounce a little bit because I mean the thing went from 11 all the way up here to 22 and finally gave a dip down here. So I was like, I'm wondering, can it curl into the aftermarket? But it did not. And so I'm glad I just followed the plan and said, hey, let's get out at this point. Breakdown of ATR high. And that's exactly what it did. Went all the way from ATR high to ATR low during the aftermarket and into the pre-market. Jail still making its way down. Both of these with some kind of weird patterns. This looks like a hangman pattern. And it looks like it's just pressing down after that hangman, which is usually at the top of, if it's at the top of a trend like this, does mean that it's going down. But this is a cheap small cap, so you know they don't follow the patterns as well as they probably should. Sometimes they'll come down a little bit, come back up, then actually make the rest of the move down. So 2 times felon up here though. 350 is this previous fall point that it came down to on jails. Interesting. All right, let me jump back over here to my dividends, and I'm gonna jump to the go look at what Bitcoin and all of that is doing on today. So let's see. One that I've been watching come on down is MAN, Manpower Group. Dropped from 60 down here to $40 or under $40. Had some previous test points 34, 25, 26, 19. And so I'm looking forward to test some of these levels as it's coming on down, but just a waiting game now. Intel, look at this one almost every day waiting for it to drop through the floor. We got a point down here at the 12s. We got a point down here at the 16s that it needs to crack down through. And just waiting. Let's look at some of these. mRNA. Tesla. Tesla is continuing to come down. This was the yield max stock. Just continue to dive in. Let me look at Tesla. Let's see what it's actually doing. Tesla at 2027 had a bottom around this 215. Don't know if it's going to continue to crack down as well. Has come up to this 415 level twice, and both times faced some pretty nasty pullbacks off of those levels. But Tesla's still paying out that crazy dividend even though it's going down. The problem with these is when you buy them and they're going down like this, you can make money on them on the dividends, but long term, it's just dragging your value down. So I'm like, look, if I'm gonna buy something like this, it needs to, just kind of bottom out, get to a consolidation point. Because all I see is this downtrend right now. That downtrend. Let's go and see about some of these other ones. OARC. Palantir, big. None of these just looking great. None of these looking great. What's AT&T up to today? AT&T still up at 26, so I'm still feeling pretty safe I'm wondering, can it break this high though? Get over 32 and start to, grind back up to that 45-ish level. Either way it goes, I'm gonna be holding tight. Let's go look at what Bitcoin is actually doing. I saw it at like 88 yesterday or something like that. Let's see what we got. 88. Yep. So still floating around that 88 level. I like it. Still looking nice and bullish. Plenty of positions out here that are ready to move whenever it does. That one's going down, down, down. Okay. Whatever. If it wants to break out, cool. But I think it's gonna take a little bit more time. I've just been surprised on these market drops. Bitcoin and crypto has really held strong. It's like people are like, you know what? The market's selling off. Let's just reinvest. More action has seemed to have been on the market. People have been reinvesting, and this has just been holding steady. I don't know if it's a late reaction. I don't know if it's going to react at all, but yeah, it's been pretty strong. Ghostwind says hollow getting some volume, but not enough. Go HOLO. Okay, so hollow, I believe, is a Chinese stock. I think. Hollow microcloud. Let's go check. All right, last news on micro hologram was March 21st. Files an annual report form of 20 slash F. So I've been seeing yesterday WIMI and MLGO was moving, which are both Chinese stocks. Let me see. Hollow, I believe, is one as well. Yo, what is going on with this? Why is it? Those used to be on here. Did they just remove those from Yahoo Finance? Were they like, you know what? These just don't need to be on our site or something. Hollow. Wow. Did they change their name or something? Let me go over here. Maybe I'm just tripping. Let's go to Market Watch. Okay, it's right here. Microcloud hologram. All right. Whatever. I guess they're just getting getting those Chinese stocks off of their system, huh? For Yahoo Finance. Like, you know what? We don't need that. Interesting. Microcloud hologram engages in research, development, and application of holographic technology. It operates through holographic solutions and holographic technology service segments. The company was founded in 2020 and is headquartered in New York, New York. Okay. So New York, New York. I don't know why I thought that was a Chinese stock. Anyway, it's only up. What is it up? HOLO. It's up 36%. Well, yeah, that volume is low. That volume is kind of low. And it does not have any type of catalyst there. Looks like WNW took the lead in volume today. So it has 37 million in jails, has fallen to 30, or not fallen, but has 34 million there. Okay. WNW has ATR high down here of 164. Jails ATR highs down here at $1 basically, so way more room in between it and what was going on yesterday. But both of them seem to be slipping, even with all of this volume. Almost 40 million shares traded on both of them. Um, yeah, Hollow is the number 3 spot. Not in volume. It might be the number 3 spot in percent change, but nobody's watching that TV channel yet. We gotta see. We gotta see if they flip over and start to get active. It is moving up though. Coming up here to the ATR high now, cracking that, which was at 1798. Still trying to get to a million shares traded. So this big old move on less than a million shares traded. Almost to 20 bucks. What is going on? Ghost Wind said Osea. 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 From 4 cents up to, ooh, yeah, this one is definitely cheaper for sure. 6 cents of 51%. If they're this cheap, I kind of like to see them up 500%. You know, because they're super cheap. Like this right here will. The problem with cheap stocks is they will cause you to oversize. You know, you can oversize really quickly, and a lot of times you don't do the math required to really manage your risk on these types. So if it's 6 cents, you could take a lot of shares. And if it drops not in your favor, you can lose a lot of money and it just doesn't recover. So I don't know what the news is on that one. Let's go look. Osea. No press releases on Ocean Biomedical. Man, Yahoo just getting rid of everything, huh? They're just not pulling up anything today. Osea with a float of 139 million. That is a big float for a cheap stock. And I don't know if that thing has a lot of institutional holders or what, but that's a pretty high float there. Institutional holdings. Vanguard has a little bit. They don't have much. BlackRock definitely doesn't have much. The majority of it is held by Polar Asset Management Partners. Don't know who that is, but not a whole lot of big names at the top of this list. We shall see. Osea, Hollow. Hollow went all the way up there to almost 19 bucks, pulling back to this ATR high. ATR high is 17.98. ATR high on this one is 5 cents, which is not great because it only went up 2 cents. Very very sporadic movement there. So as far as catalyst, what are these things showing on the catalyst front? I don't think this one had any. And then hollow, HOLO. Is there any catalyst that anybody is seeing that could be causing these little pops up? Or are they just getting volume pops? People just see them with a little bit of volume, they're just jumping in on them. A little bit of volume, a little bit percent gain, and they're just jumping on them. Hollow never did make it to 1 million shares traded. Getting back below that ATR high there. We'll see if it ends up holding, but I wouldn't hold my breath. It needs a whole lot of volume coming up here. Okay. Let's see what he wants. What's going on here? Okay. Looks like I gotta. Called pretty early. Okay, must be something serious. Anyway, looking over, looks like WNW slipping down. It is pretty early. Do I want to jump over there or not? Is the question. Go to 7:15, and we'll go ahead and get to see what he wants over there. See what's on fire. See, it's an hour ahead. It's 8 something now for him. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and see what's going on over there. Because I'm not seeing anything that's just super interesting to me. I want to see things that have catalysts, have a reason for people to be jumping on them heavy. So I'm gonna check out what's going on over there. If I can solve it earlier, it'll save me some time throughout the day. Because this is my day where I have to take off and actually go. So I'd rather get this done early. Anyway, couple minutes, I'm gonna jump on off of here. I'm not seeing anything, but I will update in the Discord if I see anything else that is moving. I'm sure we're gonna get something because today is Tuesday. We're gonna get something, but it's definitely not showing up right now. If it's over $5 and it's a low float, it's definitely not here. If it's under $5 and it's a low float, it's definitely not showing up. And we see Nvidia still leading the day in the large or mid to large caps, but not even up 1%. So things are going to have to make some decisions. Let's jump back over here to the NQ real quick. It had a high up here of 18,172 and got jammed back to 18,150, but it's still above the ATR high, so I'm thinking it's bullish. It had this previous what I thought was going to be a trend up here. I'll see if it becomes some type of resistance. and then maybe it'll test back down towards the 17s. But got a little range here, but as long as it's above the ATR high of, I guess, 17,900, I'm thinking bullish. Bullish, bullish, bullish. Bullish, bullish, bullish. Hollow almost to 1 million shares traded. OCA, yeah, just one 15-minute candle. It's moved from, did all of this, which isn't much, 3 cents. 4 cents now, 8 cents. Yeah, I'm just not impressed with that one. It's up 103%. It should be the number 2 spot in volume now because WNW is sinking through the floor, coming back into this previous range that it was trading down here of $2. And maybe Hollow will take the reins on today. I don't know, but it's got a lot of volume to try to catch up. Anyway, I'm about to get ready to shut it on down. I will update you guys in the Discord. I think that link the Discord link has been dropped multiple times. It is free. We continue conversations in there during the day, into each of the sessions, whether it's the open or power hour or whatever. And we pretty much are in conversation the whole day. So share screenshots, share all of that stuff about entries, exits, ideas, where the market's going, all of that good stuff. Let me look at where oil is real quick. Oil is right there at 63 bucks. Still on this slight uptrend. So just trading little by little up and down around this uptrend back up to 64. We will see what that thing wants to do. All right, well, guys, appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you're going to continue trading, definitely keep your head on a swivel. Most of these stocks that we have looked at do not have catalysts. So, you know, trade those at your own risk. Maybe size down until you can know more. But yeah, definitely don't lose too much on those because they are they're not selling themselves well. Anyway, that is it for me today. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Y'all be cool, be safe, and stay green. All right, let's see what we got here. Yeah. Yep, let's do that one. Let's do that one. All right. Glad it stopped raining, but I don't hear any rain anymore, so that means I may have a little bit more of a dry drive. All right, I'll see y'all in the next one. I'll be back in pre-market tomorrow. And as always, I'll see you. Peace out. Oh, God. It never does it, does it? It never does it.